Hey team, Hanna Hermanson here, international speaker, brand strategist, certified success coach, and real person who's quarantined with the rest of ya. I am finally ready-ish to talk about what's happening around coronavirus, COVID-19, and just 2020 in general, both personally and in entrepreneurship, businesses in general. And of course, I'll make sure that you have some business takeaways that you can be implementing in your marketing and messaging in 2020. Are you ready? I'll start with a few business things to just get that out of the way. So I'm noticing as entrepreneurs, we're all getting the lesson that we want. So I've been seeing people, personal trainers for example, some of which are really angsty and upset and worried about their gym and continuing to collect membership dues in the old way and continuing to teach yoga on Zoom. And they're sticking to the old ways, just waiting and hoping for when it's all gonna go back to normal. And then there are other entrepreneurs like myself who are all about go, 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 let's grow, 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 let's be working all of the time. And I got that for a while and I did work, work, work. You know, I'm home all of the time. Everyone's online. I could be working all the time. And so I did that. And then I also learned the lesson that there's so much beauty in going slow, slowing down, spending more time with myself, spending more time in solitude, spending more time offline. So I personally have learned the lesson that I need way more boundaries around social media and the internet. I've really doubled down on being on when I'm on and being off when I'm off. And that's the lesson I'm enjoying getting right now. And then there are other people who are learning to pivot really quickly. They're embracing 2020. We are seeing a divergence in entrepreneurs who are ready to adapt and evolve and those who just aren't willing to do that. And obviously we're never going back to the way things were. And so the more that we can embrace, and the people who are embracing this as finding the lessons, finding the ingenuity, innovating, they're the ones that are having fun, that aren't gaining weight, that don't feel sick, and are really, set up to thrive. So I really believe everyone's getting the lesson they want. We're seeing people who live in fear continue to live in fear. We're seeing people who live in opportunity continue to live in opportunity. And it's really obvious to me the people who have been doing mindset work, the people who have overcome challenges in the past, because this is just another story. This is just another mess. This is just another curve on the not linear path to success. And as far as marketing goes, it's also really obvious who is made for this and who is completely unprepared. I love the number of new apps and services and deliveries that are blowing up. You guys, in college, it was such a dream. I literally would lay in my bunk bed and tell my roommate, I wish they just had coffee delivery. And now they do. So we're definitely seeing old brick and mortar companies coming up with new ideas, with being ingenuitive and really meeting the customer needs that kind of were always there, maybe enabling us to be a little bit more lazy, but ultimately viable offers, things that people still need, are still getting delivered, are still being bought. What's not working though is out of date or even beginning of 2020 marketing campaigns. So I heard on the radio, radio, right? I heard on the radio though, an ad for a grocery store and they were talking all about bringing family together for Easter. Not happening. Also, I saw an ad on Netflix where it was this whole family getting together doing like a camping thing. I think it was for a Subaru or something. Again, it was all about bringing people together. And we can't do that. It doesn't resonate. I told all of my clients week 1 of quarantine, if you have content created for the rest of the year, delete it. You need to start over. And it's obvious in marketing campaigns of companies big and small that if you're not speaking to what people are feeling today, you're irrelevant. You have to be thinking, what are people thinking May 1st, 2020? What are people thinking May 4th, 2020? And show up for that. Who's becoming relevant? It's the ones that are showing up in the moment daily, speaking exactly to what the customer needs and then delivering on that, right? So I think it's a great opportunity for all of us to show up, to become more present in our marketing, to become more relevant in our content, and really ask ourselves, is this what they need to hear today? Is this the offer that's gonna work for them in 2020? So those are the main business takeaways. Your marketing has got to evolve weekly, daily. Your offers need to meet new demands, and it's an opportunity. You can get excited, you can create, you can innovate. All right, ready for some more of the fun stuff? Personal. 2020 was gonna be my year, you guys. Seriously, I had a plan and it was very close to rolling out. A couple of big things that were happening in spring and summer for me is that my partner, Matt, we talk about sometimes here on the YouTube channel, but I talk about a lot on other social media channels. We were ready, scheduled to go house hunting in Merida, Mexico. We were booked, actually this week was gonna be the week that we were moving into a home in Mexico, and that is not happening. We don't have any plans. We're not sure when or how that will look in 2020 or 21 beyond. So that's definitely been a shock for us to have our apartment pretty ready to be packed up and for our lives to move from Sacramento, California back down to Mexico, somewhere we've lived before. And it took a lot of emotional adjustment. All of us have had things that have changed for us and things we've had to adapt or get used to. So I'm definitely not like feeling bad for us. We're really grateful. Sacramento is still great. Our landlord is letting us stay. We have jobs. We're still working remote. So it's all good. I've just noticed myself having a little bit of like, I'm supposed to be in this place or that place, or I'm supposed to be in Central Time, and having to work through those expectations and those really attachments that I had already made to something in the future. Another thing in the future I was kind of attached to was our wedding. We were scheduled for June 20th, 2020. I love that date. I wanted that date. Having, hundreds of people gather in my hometown of Madison, Wisconsin. And we decided to call that just because even when it wasn't certain how long it's still not certain how long COVID will be impacting travel or large group gatherings, we had way too many people traveling to the wedding, and we decided, it's just gonna be in everyone's best interest to take away that stress, to take away that wondering. And so we pulled the plug on that plan, and we don't have another plan. I feel like everything is just kind of suspended for us personally. We don't have answers. Honestly, people have been asking us, how are you guys not freaking out? And we just don't even see that as an option, right? All of us in the world are dealing with unexpected circumstances, and the fact that, a move and a wedding are the biggest things changed for us, we're feeling really grateful. All right, so that's the personal stuff, and I know it's impacting everyone, in really weird ways. The truth is, I felt pretty cool about everything. I actually saw canceling the wedding as a huge money and time and energy saver. And at the beginning, I felt really confident about everything that was happening. I was good, I have the tools, I'm grounded, I have my business. And I was dealing with a lot of people who came to me with uncertainty, and I felt really grounded and really solid and was able to do that. As the days and weeks wore on though, and society continued to just be completely uncertain, and everyone around me had the same questions as I did, my subconscious was being beat up every day. All of ours are. Okay, whether you're meditating and you're grounded and you feel okay or not, your subconscious is getting messed up. All the energy around us is confusing. So even if you don't feel confused, I want you to be mindful and do even more to guard your well-being, to guard your mind. It's really susceptible right now. And it came up for me. I've had a few days where I just want to veg out. I want to pout. I don't want to work. I don't want to be told what to do. And I know that it's just a reflection of my subconscious being beat up. I felt more moody. I felt more hungry. And this is why the mindset work as well as routine is really, really key. So I definitely found at the beginning, oh great, I can work all of the time. That didn't work. I can drink at any time of the day. That didn't really work. And so it's really clear to me that routine is important. And I talked about that in our last video here on the YouTube channel. You can go check that out. So definitely learning to take better care of myself and get more creative about that. I would actually love to know what you all are finding or experiencing or implementing, because it isn't easy. I don't always want to go for a bike ride, but it's really the only thing we can do some days. So I'm curious, what are you guys doing? How are you maintaining your routine and your mental health in this time? All right, ready for some other observations I'm just making kind of off the cuff? People are being so weird, okay? Like in the grocery store, which I actually love that they're, in a lot of our grocery stores here, they're making paths. So you have to like drive up one way and drive down the other way. It's just adding a lot of order to the grocery store, which I love. But just because people are like wearing masks or have to stay away from each other, also avoiding eye contact. Is anyone else noticing this? I'm like, you can't get the Rona just by looking at me. And I've been going above and beyond to smile at people, to catch people's eyes when I'm running and give a wave, because it's really, you know, we're supposed to be self-isolating, but we're not supposed to be like self-imploding. And so it's super interesting to me how eye contact and saying hello, you know, I watched someone today on the trail I was running, and I watched them see me turn around and like go a different way. Like there was plenty of space, I was gonna take my side, but people are doing these weird avoidant behaviors. Also, why does beer taste better at a brewery? You might know Mac and I are brewery fans. We love going just about every weekend to a new one. We love exploring flavors and places, and we are not able to do that, but we're still really committed to supporting local businesses. So we've been filling up our growlers at different breweries. It tastes way better when you can enjoy it there. You know, it's like this energy, bringing it back to our house or our yard and just drinking it here together is okay, but it's so different. And it's actually also true about food. So date night, we are ordering in instead of going out. And when it comes in like the box and it's all kind of messed up, it's like way less satisfying. And like, so I've been doing things to like make the plate look prettier. Like, am I the only one thinking that things just taste better when someone else brings it to you? I've also realized, even without the gym or without teaching yoga or having a yoga studio, just like how much I love working out. And it's almost like I get to instead of that I have to. And so figuring out how to do more runs or how to use my little hand weights, I've really been enjoying that. And I used to think that going to the gym was a have to do sort of thing. And actually my perspective has shifted on working out. I've talked to a lot of people who are feeling that way about just, you know, posting on social media. They get to do it. It used to be a have to do thing for their business, and now they get to. They do have that resource. So I'm curious, are there things in your life that are shifting that either taste different or feel different? I would love to know. I know lots of people are saying this, and it's a little bit selfish. I really do want to build this community and use our connections virtually to hold us together. It's really a fragile time for all of us as humans, and we have so many opportunities to create new connections, to forge new relationships. And so I would love to hear from you. Comment below. Let me know, how are you really feeling? What is really shifting for you? Because together we will come out stronger if we want. We will thrive. We will innovate. And we will get to go back to restaurants. I love you guys so much. I hope you're taking good care of yourself, and I would love to continue this conversation on any of the social media platforms below. Go connect with me, and we'll keep making our dream lives our real lives, even from our PJs, even from our quarantined homes. We can do this. And yeah, that's where we're at with that.